All right, you guys, it is your fave, Fishing Diva and family, and I am here today for some free advice that I want to give you guys about credit. So I saw a post, and I see people posting all the time about like credit repair, and I'm not exactly sure what they mean when they say credit repair. If you're looking for somebody to like just erase stuff off your credit, this isn't the video for you. This is for people who have patience and are willing to work on their credit and pay their just debts, because that's what I had to do. That's what my husband had to do, because the job that we work at, we have to pay. So the first thing that we ended up having to do was to pull your credit report. You can get your free credit report every year. You pull your credit report, and once you do that, what you're gonna have to do is to call your creditors, each and every one of them. It is a very tedious task. Some of them may have changed numbers, but you want to pull your official credit report, not Credit Karma. You want to pull your official credit report from TransUnion, Equifax, and the other one, I can't think of the name right now. But you pull your 3 credit reports, you call, you compare them, see if, it's the same things. You know well enough if you borrowed them people money and then pay them back. So, if those bills belong to you or not. I say that to say that. Because I'm going to tell you this. My husband, he probably started off at like a 500 something credit score, and we were able to get him up into the 700s. I had like a low 620, something like that, and I was able to get myself up to the 700s as well. So, anyway, let's get back to it. So you're going to have to pull your credit reports, call each and every creditor. I haven't had to do anything when it comes to student loans other than paying it off. Not a high amount, or what do you call it, when you have a mortgage on there. I haven't had to do anything with having a mortgage on your credit, so I may not be able to help you out in this case. I don't know. But for like hospital bills, credit card bills, lower credit card bills and stuff like that, if they're on your credit, that means you have stopped paying them and it's negatively affecting you. So you call each one of them, and what you do is, depending on the amount, so maybe one of my highest amounts were probably like $5,000 or $6,000 at that time. So you call them, and you're gonna have to tell them, hey, I want to make a payment plan. They're gonna give you a set amount and say like, oh, the least we can take is $142. You don't take that amount. You ask them, can you pay $5, or $10 a month? And if they tell you they cannot put you on a payment plan for that amount, what you do is you ask them for their mailing address. Every month, you're going to have to go get money orders for $5 or $10. If the amount is lower, so say you owe $300-$400 on a medical bill, pay $5. If you owe $600, $700, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, pay $10 a month. That's what you do. So once you do that, you're gonna have to, like I say, it's a tedious task. You get every one of their mailing addresses. You get how much you owe. You put you a plan together and say, okay, these are the amount of $5 money orders I need. These are the amount of $10 money orders I need. If you bank with certain banks, you may be able to get money orders for free depending on the type of account you have. So you get your money orders, you get you some stamps, old-fashioned way, how you mail in bills, okay? You're not going to be able to pay this online. You're going to have to do it the old school way. Get you some stamps, get you some envelopes, and every month you mail those people $5 or $10 a month. You can do this for about 6 months. Because even though they tell you that they cannot accept $5 a month payments, they are going to start reporting on your credit report saying that you made a payment. It may not be the minimum payment, but because actually it's really no minimum payment, due because it's already in collections. So they're going to start reporting that you made a payment, and eventually they're going to start sending you a bill saying you didn't pay your little $5 or $10 or $15 a month, depending on how much you can afford. And what we did was, when it came time for income tax time and we were able to get something back at that time, this was, ages ago. Now we don't get nothing back. But if you get an income tax, use it wisely. So what you do is, I remember one year we took all of our income tax money and we called the creditors that were still left, because some of them may have gotten paid off by that time. But the ones that weren't, you call them and you try to settle out with them after you've made about 6 months of those $5 to $10 payments, or you can take a year if you need to. But what builds your credit, from my standpoint, from what we've seen, my husband and I've also helped others, is payment history. They want to see if you can build a payment history. It doesn't matter that it's $5 or $10 a month. It's saying that you're making consistent payments every single month, and you're making that effort to make payments. So then when it comes time to settle out, you say, okay, I got, shoot for about 30-40% of what the bill is worth. So, hey, I got $600 right now in cash that I can pay you today. They're going to say, oh, I got to talk to my manager, see how much I can get it down to, yada, yada, yada. You tell them I'm trying to get rid of this. I just want to be done with it, whatever. So anyway, once you are done settling out these accounts, you can do one at a time if you need to. I understand everybody's not in that predicament to where they can. So once you go to settling out, it's going to take a hit on your credit. You're going to see there's going to be a hit. It may drop some after you settle out with them. It's just like if you pay off a house. We just paid off our house because we sold it, and my husband's credit score has took a hit, but we know from previous that it's going to go back up. So don't be alarmed when your credit score drops after you pay stuff off, because now it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. It's the right thing. It's going to drop and then it's going to come back up. So this is the way that we raised our credit score and paid off our debt, this way. And once you do that, once you get your debt paid off, then you try to put in for either like a small Capital One credit card or a small secured credit card. I really never had experience using the secured credit cards. We were able to get approved for, even if it was a $500 limit card. Try to get something. Put gas in your car. Buy a pack of gum. Buy some mints. Buy something like that on your card every month. And when the bill comes, you pay that amount in full. You keep doing that for about a couple of months, you will start to see your credit score increase and increase and increase. So this is my tools on how my husband and I raised our credit scores, and how I'd help other family members do the same. Now, there are going to be some accounts on there that may be almost 10 years old. If those accounts are almost 10 years old, do not touch them. Let them fall off. If they're getting ready to fall off, go ahead and just let them fall off, and then don't worry about them. But if it's some that because your credit report will tell you when these things are supposed to be falling off. So if you know that they're getting ready to fall off, don't touch them. Don't call them creditors. Do not mess with it, because once you call them, that 10-year limit starts over, because you've now made contact with them. So you don't want to do that. That's something that you don't want to do. If it's getting ready to fall off, if it's 7 years, 8 years, and you're willing to just let that slide and handle the other bills that you have, go ahead and do it. But like I said from the beginning, if you're looking for somebody to just wipe your credit off, I'm not the person. I can't give you advice on that. I've never done that. I've never been able to use that. I work in government service. They do credit checks every 5 years. So you cannot just not pay. So that's something that we've had to do. I've had experience in doing it. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them below. Let me know. And I'll be back with you with some more credit tips.